My name is Samuel Davidson. I interned with Nathan under Hope College. The biggest lesson that I learned in these last 12 weeks was Nathan told me one time, he said, ministry is a labor of love. I'm very driven to see results very, very quickly. Learning that ministry is a labor of love allowed me to wake up and realize that there are some things that are done in ministry that you just don't see results from. I had to learn to slow down and to take my time and to really put a lot of thought and intentionality behind some of the things that I did. I was definitely challenged the most in having to just slow down, getting to see a side of ministry that you don't see results, because building relationships and discipling people and having week-to-week conversations, you don't always see immediate change in their lives. Trusting that there was still fruit being produced from conversations or from the efforts behind the scenes was a big part. When I was able to give a sermon at Hope Youth, that was probably one of the biggest growth areas for me. I had never gone through that whole process, start to finish, and then being open to the feedback and the positive criticism and then the constructive criticism of what I need to work on. The funny one is that I think guys are pigs, especially the college guys. For example, when we had to order 700 nuggets for the guys group just to feed them that night, because the last time we didn't order enough nuggets. One of the things that surprised me the most about the internship was how much work goes into creating discussions. There is a level of intentionality that goes behind the questions that are written that produce really solid conversations that challenge people in their faith. And so I wasn't expecting how much work was actually going to go behind creating sheets and creating questions for small groups each week. The best part of the internship was getting so many different hands-on experiences that I had just not really thought through or seen what it looks like to prep for these events. And so getting so much hands-on experience helped me a lot in understanding like how much I enjoy knowing more what parts of ministry I enjoy and then what parts of ministry feel more like a job to me. And then I also like getting to just be around the staff, seeing how the staff works together and works really well together and can have fun and even hang out outside of work hours, but then also they know how to be serious when it comes to it and like talk through the hard things and how everybody plays a role into how a church functions. The biggest reason, the most obvious reason that stands out to me is helping someone understand their calling. It was told to me that your calling is discovered most of the time and not just revealed in some like one moment. And so the internship is a great way to discover the calling. You know, whether it's in college or it's in youth or it's in kids, you're given an opportunity to get such a hands-on experience that you will walk away from it knowing I enjoy this or I don't enjoy this as much as I thought I did. And then you can kind of start to, through those opportunities, kind of check off which ones you think you might be called to or where you might not be called. You might not walk away from the internship knowing exactly where you're called, but I think you gain an understanding of who you are and how you operate and then how a church operates in those areas.